Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makar, Kodash. Send double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Send much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth. This is the brother Ariella. And I was just reading this article that one of the brothers sent into the chat, and it got me thinking. You know, it says this is from the Jerusalem Post. It was written October 20th. Okay. And basically, it says a soldier killed in Gaza had no Israeli citizenship, Hebrew Israelite community says. Members of Young's community spoke of his bravery and commitment to his family and the hopes that he could lead, that this could lead to recognition of the community. Now, so when you look into this, basically he is a part of the Ben Ami group that moved out to Dimona, Israel back, some time ago, back in the 60s, late 60s, maybe early 70s or something like that. Ben Ami was basically a Messiah-like character that formed a Hebrew Israelite group. He's passed away, I believe, a few years now. He's been passed away. Actually, I know about this group because they were the first group that I kind of came across because they were in the town that I went to high school in. They had like a farm out there and stuff like that, and was able to sit down with one of their leaders, and he was just teaching me that I was an Israelite and everything like that. This was back in like 2006, which led all the way up to 2007, and finally running into Great Millstone. But yeah, our apostles and elders spoke on this back in the day about this group out there. And when you read this article, which I'm gonna read some of it, basically this dude got put on the front line, and he's not even an Israeli citizen. These guys are basically trying to show out for the small hats to get validation for citizenship in the state of Israel. Now, we know what the prophecies say. We know that war is coming to that area. We know that the Most High is going to send judgment on those lands and that it's going to be decimated. And right now, it's not meant for our people to be flying over to the state of Israel to be fighting along with our enemy for their causes, man. And this shows you how, people, they find out that they're Israelites, but they don't have the spirit of truth, because they do simple-minded stuff like this. Now, this young man went over there and had to join the army, joined the military, and what they do, they put him on the front lines just like they do over here, man. Now, we have brothers that used to be in the military in the United States and stuff like that, but this is before they came across the truth. You got brothers that might be still on reserve or something like that, but they're not looking to be going active duty and fighting for Babylon the Great and fighting for our enemies. Now I'm gonna read this scripture real quick. This is Sirach chapter 12, um, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith." Yeah. And this is what's happened, man. You've trusted your enemies and you set them by you. And what is he doing? He's setting you up to go fight these BS wars that's been set up. And now we know it's all prophecy, but we understand what's happening with the small hats and their need to basically push forth World War III. And now what's happening? You got these people, these so-called Negroes, out there in Dimona, Israel, being put on the front line to fight for their enemies, thinking that they're going to get something from Satan, the synagogue of Satan. Now, I know for a fact, because I've learned from these guys, they don't trust in the small hat. They don't teach their people to trust in the small hats. Okay? But they also do teach that everybody can be saved. They don't teach Yahweh Shai. But they teach that the Gentiles can come along with them and be with them and everything like that. And now look what your enemy is doing. Setting you up to be destroyed, man. You know? That's why we don't pity you. That's what it says here in verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh with wild beasts? We're not gonna pity our people that go over there and fight in this man's wars. You're gonna get what's expected. Destruction. The Most High already said he's gonna destroy that land. He's gonna destroy the people in that land. And then we were gonna be brought into the land and gathered from the four winds of the earth. Okay? Then we were going to be brought into this land. Now, let's read a little bit of this. It says, Sergeant Elijah Young, who was killed in battle, was fighting in the Gaza Strip on Saturday. All right. While fighting in the Gaza Strip on Saturday, was a member of the African Hebrew Israelite community and reportedly not an Israeli citizen. So they got non-citizens fighting in their military, bro. All right. The Jerusalem Post has been unable to confirm Young's citizenship status, though members of his community have told media that he does not have citizenship. The community is largely based in Dimona, having arrived in Israel from the U.S. in the late 1960s. Bitten wrote, Dimona bows its head. I guess Sergeant Elijah Young, I'm guessing that means sergeant, from the city of Dimona, a member of the Hebrew community in the city, fell in battle in Gaza. The city of Dimona mourns his passing, and we send our condolences to his family. May his memory be a blessing. All right. Now, do y'all really think they give a damn about him? No, he's just a hired gun. Okay. Biden also provided details. Biden also provided details for Young's funeral, which took place on October 12th in Dimona Cemetery in the section for fallen soldiers and security forces. Yair Israel, a member of Dimona's African Hebrew Israelites community, told Walla Young was a wonderful boy. His father passed away a few years ago, and he was his mother's youngest of two sons. Now, this is one other thing that they teach. They teach that if you keep the law, statutes, commandments, if you eat the right diet, you'll live forever. And they was actually pushing this. Ben Ami was pushing this, man. And he fell flat. Okay? All right, it says, he is the first from the community to fall, even though many of our children serve in the army, Israel told Walla. So they got sending their children. You got Jake over there sending their children to their deaths, man. Sending by believing that they're going to get some type of clout of citizenship with Satan. Right? We read the scripture all the time, man, but our people are so simple-minded, it doesn't even make sense. Proverbs 25:19. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Okay? This is what we're going to see. What do you think they're going to do when the World War III really gets ramped up? All of you so-called Negroes that's over there thinking that y'all going to have clout with Satan are going to get put straight on the front line, man. Straight on the front line. All right, it says, everyone is in total shock. It is hard to see our children fighting for a country that doesn't respect us. He didn't have citizenship. He's fighting for the country. But once he's done, he still has to apply for citizenship. It's absurd, Israel said of Young and his citizenship status. What do you expect? What do you expect, man? What do you expect when you put another nation over you, man, and you're begging them for your relevance? That's not what we're here to do. Now, I'm going to read this in an NLT. Deuteronomy 17:14, it says, you are about to enter the land your Lord. Now, like you can see the headline says, guidelines for a king. You're about to enter the land the Lord your power is giving you. When you take it over and settle there, You may think we should select a king to rule over us like the other nations around us. If this happens, be sure to select as king the man your Lord power chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. What do you think? You're in there with those Amalekites, those people that have basically came and taken over that land. They're foreigners. But our people are so simple. They set up their enemies and beg them and beg them for citizenship. He didn't get citizenship and he fought in the army and we need citizenship. Man, you ain't finna get no citizenship, bro. These are the same people that bought and made the ships that sent you into slavery. That's their legacy. These are the people that we were predestined to be at war with from generation to generation. Exodus 17:16, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. That's who you begging citizenship from. Our people, man, our people are simple. Now that land is set to be a scourge. All right? World War III Armageddon is about to break out. It's not for us to go and join our enemy's army. You know? We're supposed to have faith that the Most High's got these things happening to open things up for us. Isaiah 34:1 says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that are therein, the world and the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. And then you gonna go be a part of the armies? It's just simple. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. So if you go and join those armies, you're going to be delivered to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree, right? It's going to be burnt up, right? Like a dried up leaf. Okay? And that scroll represents those missiles. That's what's coming. Destruction. Okay? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right? So the Most High is going to send fire and destruction upon Idumea, upon all the Edomites. And the chief of those Edomites, or part of the Edomites, is the small hats in our land right now. All right? So what do you think is going to happen when Russia, and Syria, and Iran, and even China jumps in against the state of Israel? When this thing starts to really get cooking, and our people that's over there in Demona, what's going to happen to them? They're going to get destroyed. All right? So they sending their young men to the slaughter. The scriptures don't say for us to do that. It says the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys and of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Okay? So we gotta, hey man, if y'all over there in Demona right now, it would behoove you to get the hell up out of there. It will behoove you to leave before you get smacked. Because the Most High is not with this. He's not with this. This right here is foolishness. This is a lack of understanding. This is carnal. We're not set up to be going and fighting in a carnal battle for the heathen. Okay? You gotta understand that, man. All right, so now when you read in Ezekiel 35, it talks about the destruction of Idumea, and it talks about in 36 the redemption of our people. All right, so all this destruction has to come down before we get saved, man. Okay? Now, Ezekiel 36:24 says, I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, See, the Most High is going to do that. We're not going to do that. Set it up on our own. Okay? It wasn't meant for us to go and try to set up some type of community amongst our enemies when the Most High is determined to destroy it. It said he's going to gather us out of all the countries. It says, and I will bring you into your own land, and will sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Right? So the Most High is going to set us up with a new spirit. That's when we fully come into that new covenant. And that's how we can actually have viability in the land and for it to be truly prosperous. But everything's got to be cleaned up first. We got to be changed. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. Now, I know, I knew people that went to Demona, came back, told me stories. People committing adultery with other men's wives. Okay? Wickedness going on, man. All right? So the Most High hadn't put his statutes in our hearts to where we don't go off. All right? And then you breaking the laws, putting another king over you. The most vile of the people you put over you. And subject yourself to them, begging them for citizenship. The Most High told us not to do that in Deuteronomy the 17th chapter. You know? It says, and ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it and lay no famine upon you. That's not what's happening. They begging for handouts over there. I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of the famine among the heathen. All right? You still subject to your enemy in that land. Deuteronomy the 28th chapter is still playing out. And ye shall remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, says the Lord power. Be it known unto you. Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord power, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and dwell, and the way shall be builded. And that hasn't happened yet, man. We're still waiting to be cleansed. We're still waiting to be changed. Okay? That hasn't happened yet. And that's why you're over there getting smacked around. And the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. So the destruction has to happen, right? And they shall say, this land that was desolate has become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and the ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, build the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it and will do it. Okay? So we're still waiting for that. We're still waiting on those times. We're still waiting to be changed so we can enter in the land. Not going over there begging for citizenship, being put on the front line for our enemies just to be destroyed, you know? So, yeah, man, I just wanted to speak on that. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, our people, simple as we can be, man. We love giving our spirit and our soul to other nations, man. We need to just be fighting for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, and the gathering of the hopeful elect, preaching his word. That's how we're going to be gathered, by the preaching of his word. All right? Like it says in Baruch chapter 4, verse, I'm gonna read verse 32, 4 and 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. All right, so Babylon the Great mainly, and other places across the world are going to be destroyed, all right, for touching that apple of the Lord's eye, all right. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. So right now, this word has to go out. Then we have to be changed and cleansed, and then we're going to come back into the land. All right? That's why it talks about in the book of Revelation that New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. All right? Not going and getting in fighter jets and getting in tanks, marching around for Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, that's foolishness, man. So with that, man, I'm gonna say call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to y'all. I'm out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, sincerely and true. Shalom.